Hello, my name is Benjamin Gray. I'm doing a video report for Intro to Fiction 104 at Linn Benton Community College, taught by Chris Risley. So, question number one. What do you think of the LibriVox project? What is your sense of what they are doing, and why do you think they are doing this? I found that it was a very interesting project to do. I certainly think that it's useful in certain situations, such as long drives, people who are busy, or the newly blind, or the people who just can't hold up a book. Number two. What book or story did you listen to, and how did you find it? Why did you choose that particular piece? Well, I chose Edgar Allan Poe's Bernice. I did the lookup of short story, selected horror, selected a collection, and then selected the Edgar Allan Poe one because it was relatively long but relatively short as well. I think it was 23 minutes or something like that. Also, it's a famous writer, and it was in the horror section. How do you enjoy the presentation style of the person reading the book? Is it enjoyable to listen to, and under what circumstances would you rather listen to a book than read one? I found that the presentation style of the woman was actually very good. For an Edgar Allan Poe book, I'm glad that they got a British woman to actually do the voice. I wish she had done more of changing her voice for the characters, but I'll go ahead and play a brief snippet of her voice.
Berenice by Edgar Allan Poe. This is a LibriVox recording.
So, British, UK, something like that. Very good voice. It was easy to listen to. I don't like listening to audiobooks. I will probably never listen to an audiobook if I have a choice. I much prefer to have the actual words there in front of me because my mind wanders. So what do you think, who do you think might really benefit from the LibriVox project? Best people to benefit from it are the people who are disabled in some way in which they can't read a book. The newly blind, not going against anybody who's blind, reading Braille, that's fine. But if you're newly blind, it takes a while to actually develop that. So definitely the newly blind, busy people, and people on long drives would probably definitely benefit from the classics that are available on this website for free. How could a fiction class like ours use LibriVox.org? I think that definitely if we're going to use it in a fiction class, it should be for the shorter stories, the easier ones to follow, not too many plot, split off stuff like that, and definitely one in which the person reading the book actually gives a different voice to each of the characters to help move it along. How does the allegory of the cave help us or not? How does the allegory of the cave help us or not help us? Understand the message that author included in the book or story you listen to. Make sure to offer a clear summary of your story here so we know the characters and what happens to them. So honestly, I listened to the story. My mind was wandering. It just doesn't work for me. If I was even trying to take notes, it wouldn't have worked for me. Definitely the physical word in front of my face is definitely where I get my reading comprehension from. So that being said, I don't know if the allegory had anything to do with the story, whether it helped or not. But I do have a summary of the story as I understood it while listening to it. So the story is about a man who's named Agus, whose wife Bernice has died of an unnamed degenerative disease. He fixates on her teeth, and in a sleepwalking way digs her up and pulls her teeth out. This actual series of events is not included in the story. It's kind of understood that he does this, and that he did it himself. Question number 7. Discuss the message in the story with an eye to determining what audience might benefit the most from reading the story. So the message I found in the story was definitely about focusing on the beautiful in times of trial or in times of hurt through a death. Focus on something that's beautiful to try and help you get through it. Now, in the story, of course, he goes and digs her up and pulls out what he believes is her most beautiful quality, which is her teeth. little odd, little macabre. Bringing me to the second part. The people who would definitely enjoy this story are the people who like fail videos, like people seeing, getting hurt. This is a completely natural thing that human beings have, been doing for centuries. You had the Roman gladiators and people coming to watch those men die. So it's definitely a great story. I would have much rather preferred to have read it than listened to it. Thank you very much for listening. Again, my name is Benjamin Gray, and this has been for Intro to Fiction 104 at Linn Benton Community College. Have a great day. Goodbye.